Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm going to be going over my Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K rig. So this is going to be going over my little run and gun style rig for this camera. I apologize in advance for the video quality. I'm recording on my phone, seeing as my camera is part of the video, so I can't use that, but let's get into this. So the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K. I've been using this guy for only about like 3 months, I'd say. Up until this point, I've been using the Panasonic Lumix G7, which was another Micro Four Thirds camera, so I kept it in the same ecosystem. I used that camera for some weddings and some narrative style stuff, but I just wanted to upgrade to this guy. I've had my eye on this guy for so long, and I finally pulled the trigger, and this dude is just a little beast. So starting off with my cage of choice, this is the small rig cage. I love this cage. It's got so many great little features on it. It's got a hot shoe mount right here. It's got strap holder things there. It's got this like curved thing for the grip, so you're not just like butting your hand up against, like if it were like this, just a sharp piece. And another great thing is that it has a built-in Allen wrench right at the bottom, which comes in super handy, especially for putting it on. So let's go ahead and do that right now. All right, and there we go. We have our cage on. So of course I am choosing to use Samsung T5 SSDs. So I have this small rig T5 holder, and I like to just mount this right here. I like to slide it as far to the right as of the body as I can. This just gets it out of the way of all this other stuff over here. All right, so up next, I have this little like cable clamp that I got with my old Lumix cage, and this comes in really handy later, and you'll see why. And then I like to add just a little Manfrotto base plate, just in case I want to throw this on a tripod or what have you. All right, now I have this small rig top handle. This has a NATO style clamp, which there's actually a NATO style clamp built into the top of the cage, which is actually really awesome. So I don't have to fumble around with extra NATO clamps and all that stuff. And this also actually has a little built-in Allen key right at the top there. It's magnetic, so that's actually really awesome. So let's put this on. Boom, like that, just locks right in, snug. Feels really solid. All right, now I'm going to talk about my power option. So I have this little Tilta power station. It uses Sony MPF style batteries. So I actually like to run my Blackmagic off of Sony MPF 970s. If you know anything about Blackmagic, you know that they have really poor battery life, especially in these cameras. So having a battery solution is a necessity. A lot of people use V-mount batteries, but those are super heavy and they cost a lot. And you can get 2 MPF 970 batteries for like 30 bucks. Of course, they don't last as long as a V-mount would, but it's a smaller, more compact option. This is a small rig side handle, and I really like this guy. And what I actually like to do is I like to take my Tilta power bank, and I like to just actually put it right on top of the side handle. So this actually just keeps the battery option out of the way, and I don't have to have like a rod system where I have a rod clamp and all this stuff and put the battery on there, and this just keeps it nice and out of the way of the camera. All right there. And this feels super solid now. We have my Samsung T5 SSD. This is the 500 gigabyte version. You can get these all the way up to, I believe, 2 terabytes. So this thing just locks right in to the holder, like so, and you snug it down so it doesn't go anywhere and you don't risk unplugging it mid-roll. All right, next up I want to talk about lenses. So I love Rokinon lenses. I actually have This is the 16 mil T 2.2, and this is my 24 mil T 1.5. So this basically gives me a 50 millimeter equivalent. This is actually a Nikon lens that I adapt to Micro Four Thirds using this little adapter right here. This guy just pops right into here, line up the dots, boom, nice and snug. And then this, of course, can just go directly into the camera. Locks, there we go. So the reason that I went with Nikon glass instead of trying to adapt, say, like Canon glass or getting native Micro Four Thirds Rokinon lenses is because, number one, Nikon lenses are super cheap and they're plentiful. These lenses are super affordable compared to the Canon and Micro Four Thirds counterparts of the same exact lens. You can get these for super cheap on like Adorama, especially even like used. All right, up next we have this monitor. This is the FeelWorld F5 Pro. This is a 5-inch touchscreen monitor that has an HD screen and accepts 4K output. This is a great little sort of budget monitor, coming in at only, I believe, like $130. This is definitely a great deal. It has tons of great assist features, especially for the price. So this just threads right on top of my top handle using the cold shoe, and there's my monitor. All right, so I like to save all of my cabling for the last. So I'm gonna go ahead. So what I have right here is my USB-C to USB-C. This is used for my T5 card. So one end of this just plugs right into the Samsung holder. And then this is actually where this cable clamp comes in. So this just gives me a little added extra bit of security. That tightens on real nice, and that is not going anywhere. This right here, this is a 12 volt DC output to a, this is the 2-pin system that is used in the Blackmagic. So we'll just go ahead and plug that in right there. And then I like to run all these cables behind this top handle. That just keeps everything a little bit more tidy. And then finally I have this coiled HDMI to HDMI cable. This is going to be used for my monitor, so let's just go ahead and plug that in right now, like so. And then finally we're going to add our two Sony MPF 970s. One goes into the battery plate like that, and then the other one just goes right into the back of the monitor here. And boom, there we are. There is our Blackmagic pocket cinema camera rig. So this is a really awesome little run and gun style rig. You can hold it from the top handle and still adjust focus, or what I like to do is I like to hold it by the side handle, and that just kind of balances the weight out more evenly and just film like that. Hopefully you got some sort of tips out of this. I love this rig, and yeah, go out and make your own.